Beautiful Insanity of the Souls. Quantum Interval. Part 96. EXT Street, Adonis's convertible, day. Adonis's 2092 Mercedes convertible is parked at a parking meter, next to the sidewalk. There is a video surveillance camera keeping eyes on it. A taxi comes driving and stops next to Adonis's car. Adonis, carrying the puppy, gets out of the taxi, salutes the taxi driver. The cabbie salutes him and drives away. EXT Adonis's convertible, day. Adonis comes to his Mercedes convertible, gets behind the wheel, places the dog in the passenger seat, starts the car and drives away. EXT LAPD police station, day. Adonis comes driving, parks his car at the police station parking lot, gets out of the car, carrying the puppy and goes to the police station. Int. LAPD police station, main floor, Angelina desk, day. Angelina sits at her desk, looking at the video that Adonis just recorded. Adonis sits on a chair, carrying the puppy on his lap. They are in the middle of conversation. But we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Then the music on the soundtrack fades away. Adonis, I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth. I was in love with her. Then one day, his copy broke into my house and killed her. I shot and killed him in self-defense. Later, I made trillions from the teleportation. I designed the spaceship and came here. It sounds crazy, doesn't? Angelina, it kind of does. Adonis, but how do you explain about Crystal Ford? There is no record of her existence. Isn't that odd? Angeline, are you telling me you're really from a parallel universe? Adonis, yes. I'm that man's copy in a parallel universe. Jason Parker killed my fiancée Isabella. Angelina, Isabella is alive. I saw her on ET last night. Off Adonis's look, I'm kidding. Continue. Adonis, I just want you to find out who he is. He clearly switched the briefcase. Angelina frees on Jason and Bruce, copies their faces on the disc, grabs the CD and gets up. The puppy must be hungry. It barks like a lost wolf. Angelina, I'll check it out. It shouldn't take a lot of time. But you might want to take the puppy to the cafeteria and buy him something. It seems hungry. I'll meet you there in few minutes. Adonis, sure. Adonis, carrying the dog, gets up and looks at his cell phone on Angelina's desk. Angelina, reads his thought. I might have to keep the cell phone for evidence. I will give it to you later. Adonis, it's cool. Adonis and Angelina walk toward the direction of the camera. Int. LAPD police station, main floor, James's desk, day. Angelina comes to James and gives him the disc and their photos. Angelina, I want you to check who these men are. I ran a facial recognition software, but found no records. James places the disc in his computer and looks at their faces. He then begins to do serious hacking into FBI database. Angelina, are you hacking into FBI's files? James, they have document that contains all the people who did bad things, from hitmen to foreigner spies and corrupted government agents. Angelina, do what must be done. But don't tell me how you did it. James, it might take time. You might want to grab a cup of coffee. Angelina, just bring it to my desk when you finish. James, sure. Angelina walks away. Int. LAPD police station, cafeteria, day. Adonis sits at a table, leaning on his hand, and looking at the puppy. The puppy is on the table, eating cheesecake. Adonis, talking to the puppy. I don't know if you are supposed to eat that. But if you can hang around for a few more hours with me, I promise I'll buy you the best puppy foods they have out there. Puppy continues to eat the cheesecake. Adonis, I haven't figured out what to name you. I like Elvis. It sounds cool. Do you mind if I call you Elvis? The puppy barks, must like the name. Adonis, I'll call you Elvis. Not really singing but almost rhyming. Hound dog, you ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Elvis finishes the cheesecake and licks Adonis's face. On the soundtrack, Elvis's hound dog plays. Int. LAPD police station, main floor, Angelina's desk, day. Angelina continues to work on Jason and Bruce. We see their faces in her computer. She also watches Jason switching the briefcase and small screen on her computer. On the soundtrack, Elvis's hound dog continues to play. Then James walks up to Angelina's desk with Jason and Bruce's records and puts the file in front of her. James, Bruce McAvoy is ex-CIA hitman. He worked for Central Intelligence Agency for 25 years and had carried out a couple of key hits. In the other hand, there is no record on Jason Parker. It's blank. We pull out the station as they continue to talk. Int. LAPD police station, cafeteria, day. Adonis sits at the table with a can of Coke. Elvis is on the table, drinking milk from a teacup. Angelina walks up to Adonis with the file. Angelina, it's more serious than I thought. She sits at Adonis's table. Angelina, referring to Bruce. His name is Bruce McAvoy. He's a retired CIA hitman. He might be calling his own hits. Adonis, what about Jason? Angelina, there is no record on Jason Parker. His name is in the system. He has a social security number and California ID. But he never paid a tax or has done anything in his life. I have a feeling he's a hitman as well. He might be hired to take you out. We have to put you in a witness protection program, till we build case against them. Adonis, Wait, I'm not going to any witness protection program. I have to warn Isabella. We'll hide in my lake house. Angelina, what lake house? Adonis, I have a couple of lake houses in a parallel universes. I know a beautiful lake house here in Los Angeles for sale. I'll purchase it today. Angelina, let's put you a safer place for a while. Adonis, I'll be fine. Angelina, such yourself. Adonis, let me just go warn her. I bought this puppy for her. Angelina, it's cute. She'll love it. But let me give you an advice. Don't tell her you came from a parallel universe. She won't believe you in a million years. Adonis, thank you for the advice. Angelina, anytime. Adonis gets up. Adonis, I'll talk to you. Bye. Angelina, take care. Adonis walks toward the exit, carrying Elvis. EXT/int. Adonis's convertible, moving, day. Adonis is behind the wheel. Elvis sits in the passenger seat. They are driving in a beautiful part of Los Angeles. On the soundtrack, music plays. EXT Lake House, day. An established shot of a lake house. It's a ravishing 3-bedroom house built next to a scenic lake. Adonis comes driving and parks the car in front of the house. He grabs Elvis, gets out of the car, and walks toward the villa. Int. Lake house, living room, day. A real estate agent named Vivian, 32, is showing the living room to a rich young attractive couple, Jessica and Richard. They might be movie stars. They are glamorous. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. But they like what they are looking at and want to buy the house. Adonis, carrying Elvis, comes to the living room, excuses the couple, grabs Vivian's arm gently, whispers something in her ear and takes her to the kitchen to talk to her in private. Kitchen. Adonis tells her something. Vivian glows in a big smile and walks back to the living room. Living room. Vivian approaches Jessica and Richard and politely tells them the house is sold. They aren't too happy. Jessica looks at Adonis, who is carrying Elvis at the living room entrance, walks up to them and asks him if she can hold Elvis. Adonis gives her the puppy. She tries to play with Elvis, making sweet faces. Jessica tells Adonis if she can keep it. Adonis tells her it's a gift for his girlfriend, takes the puppy from her hands, tells Vivian that he has to be somewhere and leaves. EXT Lake House, day. Adonis, carrying Elvis, comes to his car, gets behind the wheel, places Elvis in the passenger seat, starts the car, rever out and drives away. EXT/int. Adonis's convertible, day. Adonis and Elvis drive in the spectacular part of Los Angeles. EXT Adonis and Isabella Beach House, sunset. Adonis comes driving, parks his car in front of the house, grabs Elvis, gets out of the car and walks toward the house. Int. Adonis and Isabella's beach house, bathroom, sunset. Isabella is taking shower. Her hair is covered with plastic hat to keep it dry. Isabella finishes taking shower, shuts the faucet, and exits the shower box. Isabella puts a towel around her body, removes the shower hat. Her hair is a little bit wet. She dries it with a smaller towel as she exits the bathroom. Int. Adonis and Isabella's beach house, living room, sunset. Adonis comes to the living room, holding Elvis. Adonis, Isabella. Where are you? Isabella appears in the staircase at the corridor. Isabella, I'm here. Adonis, hi. Isabella climbs down the staircase. Adonis hides the puppy behind him. She approaches him. Isabella, what's up? Adonis, nothing much. They kiss. Isabella, I tried to call you. The puppy barks in the middle of her sentence. What's that? Adonis, I got you a puppy. Adonis gives her the puppy. Isabella, Adonis. It's beautiful. Where did you get it? Adonis, I got it from a pet shop. Isabella, it's the cutest puppy I've ever seen in my life. Isabella begins to play with the puppy. Isabella, what's its name? Adonis, Elvis. Isabella, it's a cute name. Adonis, I named it after Elvis Presley. Isabella, to the puppy, can you dance like Elvis Presley? The puppy barks and begins to lick her face. Isabella continues to play with the puppy. Adonis, I have to tell you something. Isabella, what's it? Adonis, we are in trouble. Isabella holds Elvis dearly. Isabella, what do you mean we are in trouble? Adonis, there are people who want me dead because of the teleportation machine. We have to get out of here as soon as possible. Isabella, what are you talking about? Adonis, they'll kill us if they find us here. We must leave. Isabella, who are they? Adonis, bad guys. They hired a hitman to get the disc. Isabella, did you tell the police? Adonis, yes, I did. They're looking for them as we speak. I just bought a lake house. We're going to hide there for a while. Isabella, what about my job? Adonis, let's just get out of here first. We'll talk about it. Isabella, should I bring my clothes? Adonis, just pack anything you could get in your hand. We'll come and get the rest of them some other time. Isabella, sure. Isabella gives Elvis to Adonis and goes to upstairs. The puppy must be hungry. It barks. Adonis, sorry. I forgot to buy you a puppy food. Come on. Let's check what we have in the refrigerator. I'm hungry myself. Adonis, carrying Elvis, goes to the kitchen, Kitchen. Adonis opens the refrigerator and sees what they have. It's filled with all kinds of foods and drinks, milk, eggs, energy drinks, soda, juice, cakes, lobsters, pie, crab cake, ice cream, etc. Adonis, what do you feel like eating? Elvis barks. Adonis, what do we have? Adonis looks at quills. Adonis, you don't eat quills, do you? Adonis thinks about getting them. Adonis, no. You shouldn't eat meat. It's bad for your stomach. Besides, quills makes you horny like hell. Instead let's both have crab cake. Adonis grabs crab cakes packed in a box, places Elvis on the kitchen table, takes the crab cakes out of the box, puts them in a plate and places them in the microwave to heat for 5 minutes. Elvis barks. Adonis, take it easy. It says 5 minutes on the box. Elvis barks more. Adonis, what's it? Are you saying we don't have 5 minutes? Trust me Elvis. It's the best crab cake in the world, low sodium. We can spare 5 minutes. Elvis barks. Adonis, 5 more minutes to cool it down. We're wasting 10 minutes. Is that what you're saying? Elvis barks. Adonis, sure. Let's have apple pie. Adonis opens the refrigerator, grabs an apple pie, cuts the pie in pieces with a knife and places 2 slices of pies on 2 separate plates. He then puts a slice of pie in front of Elvis. Elvis eats. Adonis grabs a fork and eats his pie while standing. In the meantime, the crab cakes in the microwave continue to cook. Then it's done. Adonis puts his pie aside, takes out the crab cakes and puts them in the freezer to cool them down. Adonis looks at Elvis who is devouring on the pie. Adonis, take it easy. Crab cake is in its way. Save some space. Elvis eats everything. He then barks. He wants more. Adonis, I got you, bad boy. Adonis opens the freezer, grabs the crab cakes and places them on the kitchen table. He cuts the crab cakes into small pieces, so Elvis will have no trouble eating them. But first, he has to try them himself. They might be hot. Steams are coming out the food. Adonis takes a piece with a fork and eats it. The crab cake is still hot. We can see it from the expression of his face. The piece burns his mouth but not too much. Adonis, it's hot. You have to wait, buddy. Adonis puts the crab cakes back in the freezer. Elvis barks. Adonis, it burned my mouth. Let's give them 3 more minutes. I don't want you to burn your stomach. Elvis barks. Adonis, 3 minutes is forever. Is that what you are telling me? It barks. Adonis, here. You can have my pie. Adonis places his pie in front of the puppy. Elvis eats the pie. Int. Adonis in Isabella's beach house, bedroom, sunset. Isabella stands in front of the mirror. She is wearing a breathtaking gold Versace gown as if she is going to Oscar. She looks absolutely dazzling. But she doesn't like the dress. She takes off the dress and throws it on the floor. Isabella can't make up what she wants to wear. We see all kinds of beautiful dresses on the floor. There are also dresses on her bed. Isabella grabs a tantalizing yellow dress and puts it on. She looks enthralling, again, doesn't like it. She takes off the dress and throws it away. Kitchen. Elvis is devouring on the crab cake. Adonis drinks Coke from a can looking at Elvis in wonder. Elvis eats everything, looks at Adonis and barks. Adonis, you have more space in your belly. Is that what you are telling me? Elvis barks. Adonis, what do you want for dessert? Adonis opens the refrigerator. He grabs a slice of vanilla chocolate cream cake and places it in front of Elvis. The dog begins to eat it. Yet Elvis is stuffed. Adonis, don't tell me you're full, are you? Elvis says nothing. He continues to eat slowly, licking the creams. Adonis, let me get you scotch. It'll help you digest. We'll mix it with your milk just a little bit. That will take care of it. Adonis goes to the living room, comes to the private bar and grabs a bottle of whiskey. In the meantime, Isabella, wearing a black dress, appears in top of the staircase. Adonis can't believe how beautiful she looks, puts the whiskey aside and walks toward her as she comes down the staircase. She does few poses to show him the dress. Isabella, what do you think? Adonis, you look lovely. She gets closer, puts her arms around him, and they kiss intimately. Isabella part her lips seductively. Isabella, if I'm going to die, I might as well dress up. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, I won't let nobody harm you. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, promise. Adonis, softly by her lips, I swear on my life I'll die for you. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, convince me. They kiss passionately. Isabella feels it at the core of her heart. It's long intimate French kiss. Isabella, wow. You took the air out of my soul. It's my turn. Adonis and Isabella kiss French. It's intimate and lascivious. ext/int. Adonis is convertible, moving, sunset. Adonis is behind the wheel. Isabella, carrying Elvis, is in the passenger seat. They are driving in the aesthetic part of Los Angeles. Isabella, who's he? Adonis, his name is Jason. Isabella, do you know him? Adonis, maybe. Isabella, what do you mean maybe? Adonis, it's complicated. Isabella, I don't get it. Adonis, I might have seen him somewhere. I'm not quite sure. He looks familiar. Isabella, have you met him before? Adonis doesn't know what to say. Adonis, it's nothing. Let's just lay low for a couple of days and see what the cops have to say. There is a silent moment. Adonis focuses on the road. She then. Isabella, I'm scared, Adonis. I didn't want them to hurt you. Adonis, they won't hurt me. All they want is the disc. Isabella, what is in the disc? Adonis, blueprint and all the instructions, how the teleportation works, the formula and copyright. Isabella, you can't give them that. Adonis, it's okay. They can have it if they want to. I don't want anything to happen to you. Isabella, I can take care of myself. Don't worry about me. EXT Adonis's convertible, moving, sunset. Medium shot of Adonis's convertible as Adonis and Isabella continue to drive in one of most beautiful parts of Los Angeles. On the soundtrack, music comes. EXT Adonis's lake house, night. An established shot of Adonis's lake house. Adonis, Isabella and Elvis come driving and park the car in front of the house. Adonis and Isabella, carrying Elvis, get out of the car and walk to the house. Int. Adonis's lake house, living room, night. Adonis and Isabella, carrying Elvis, come to the living room. It has already been furnished. Isabella loves the house. She tells him something humorous. Adonis smiles charismatically. Adonis and Isabella talk between soft kisses. We don't hear what they're saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Then Adonis and Isabella, carrying Elvis, head to upstairs, climbing the staircase. Main bedroom. Adonis and Isabella, carrying Elvis, come to the bedroom. It's furnished as well. There is a king-size bed. The bedroom has access to a porch. Isabella asks Adonis a question. Adonis tells her something. Isabella puts the dog on the bed. She takes Adonis's hand. They exit through the glass doors that lead to the porch. EXT Adonis's lake house, porch, night. It's a huge porch. We see beautiful view of the lake, sparkling stars and bright moon. Adonis and Isabella stand in the porch and look at the stars in the skies. The music on the soundtrack falls in the background and plays softly. Isabella, seductively by his lips, where would you be right now if you hadn't met me? They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, softly down by her lips, it's fate. We're meant to be together. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, alluringly, are you capable of reading minds? Can you tell me what am I thinking at this moment? Adonis, softly down by her lips, you wanted me to kiss you till my soul explodes inside my body. They kiss intimately for long seconds. Int. Adonis's lake house, bedroom, night. Adonis and Isabella make love in candlelight. It's steamy, alluring, enchanting and passionate. We stay with them with serious cuts. EXT Adonis's lake house, morning. An established shot of Adonis's lake house as the sun breaks down the cloud, scatters across the skies and lights up the lake. Int. Adonis's lake house, bedroom, day. Isabella sleeps in beauty. Int. Adonis's lake house, kitchen, day. Adonis, shirtless, makes breakfast, scrabbles eggs. EXT Adonis's lake house, day. Angelina comes driving her convertible Corvette and parks the car in front of Adonis's house. Int. Adonis's lake house, kitchen, day. Adonis stops what he is doing and looks through the kitchen window to check who it's. EXT Adonis's lake house, day. Angelina gathers her files, gets out of the car and walks to Adonis's house. EXT Adonis's lake house, dining room, morning. Adonis and Angelina sit at the breakfast table. Adonis has scrambled eggs. She has coffee. Angelina, we couldn't track down Jason. They're still looking for him. Yet, I underestimated Bruce McAvoy. He still works for CIA. Adonis, did you talk to him? Angelina, kind of. Int. LAPD, interrogation room, day, flashback. Bruce sits at the table. Angelina questions him. Angelina, you said you're a businessman. Bruce, in the middle of her sentence, you don't know what you're dealing with. Just let it go. Angelina plays the video that Adonis recorded. She then pauses the video as Jason switches the briefcase. Angelina, what's in that briefcase? Bruce, I can't tell you. It's confidential. Angelina, are you still working for CIA or you're calling your own hits? Bruce, I don't know what you're talking about. Angelina, I know someone hired you to kill Mr. Nathan. He invented a teleportation machine. If you kill him, it would be a big mistake. I will come after you. Bruce, you're wasting your time. Just be careful. You're harassing a highly ranked CIA official. If I were you, I'd just destroy that video and keep my mouth shut. He gets up and leaves. Int. Adonis's lake house, day. Back to Angelina and Adonis. Angelina, Bruce McAvoy is a very dangerous man. They call him Ghost. He once killed Serge Vladimir, the president of Russia. Mr. Vladimir was in a highly secured hotel room. Bruce passed his securities as if he were strolling in a park, buried a bullet between his eyes and walked away unseen. You can't hide here. They'll come after you. Adonis, do you know who might have hired him? I mean, when I was in a parallel universe. They arrested 2 men who work for a mob boss named Mario Moretti. But I knew they were innocent. I talked to the district attorney, and they released them. The case remained unsolved. I was busy working on the spaceship. I didn't even bother to hire a private investigator to follow up the case and find the real killer. Angelina, it could be someone close to you. What do you think of Max Perry? Adonis, he doesn't have anything to do with it. We go back in college. Isabella, wearing Adonis's shirt and Victoria's Secret underwear, comes to the dining room. Isabella, to Angelina hi. Angelina, hi. Isabella sits on Adonis's lap. They exchange luscious kisses. Isabella, to Angelina did you arrest them? Angelina, we're working on it. In the meantime, we might have to put you in a witness protection program till we find Jason. Adonis, no. I'll take my chance. What's if you can't find him? I can't be hiding the rest of my life. Angelina, I'm just trying to make it easier for you. Adonis, it's cool. I'm safe here. Angelina gets up. Angelina, just don't do anything stupid. We'll find him. Till then sit tight here. Don't go anywhere. Adonis, sure. Angelina, take care. Adonis, bye. Angelina leaves the house. Isabella and Adonis kiss intimately. Adonis, I made you scramble eggs. Isabella, I'm not in the mood for scramble eggs. I'm dying for a French kiss. Adonis and Isabella kiss French. EXT Adonis's lake house, Angelina's car, day. Angelina comes to her car, gets behind the wheel, look at the file, photograph of Jason, puts the files aside, starts her car, reverse out, and drives away. EXT Adonis's new lake house, breakfast room, day. Isabella sits at the table. Adonis places a cereal in front of her and sits in front of her. Isabella begins to eat. Adonis, it's my fault. Isabella, what's your fault? Adonis, I should have stayed away from the teleportation machine. Isabella, what are you talking about? You can't let a couple of guys who think they're above the law to intimidate you. Think about the man, who just invented medicine that cure cancer. Dr. Foster. Imagine if he had said, I'm not going to cure cancer, they'll kill me. Do you think the world would be a better place? Adonis, do they have medicine that cures cancer? Isabella, what? Adonis quickly realizes things are a little bit different here in the parallel universe. Adonis, that's different. Isabella, how's that different? He saved millions of people's lives. You're about to change the world forever. To be honest, I don't care about anything. If I can teleport to Paris and spend quality time with someone I love, it means everything to me. Adonis, I don't want to lose you again. Isabella, what do you mean lose me again? Adonis is not ready to tell her the truth yet. Adonis, the thought of losing you is the most painful feeling. Isabella gets up and sits on his lap. Isabella, you're going to accompany me to the set. We'll go out lunch, have sushi, and live a normal life. They kiss intimately. Int. Universal Picture, Studio, Kitchen, Day. Isabella is in the middle of a take with an actor named Richard, 32, in the set of The Unknown. She is playing a woman whose husband is replaced by an alien from a different universe, or could she be imagining? We don't know. Raphael, the director, is behind the camera. We see extras, the grips, and the crew in the background. Adonis is present at the set. Isabella, who are you? You're not my husband. Richard, I'm your husband. What are you talking about? Isabella, I want you to cut your finger. Richard, why should I cut my finger? Isabella, you're not a human being. You're an alien. Richard, I'm not an alien. I'm your husband. I've already told you everything, how I met you, what we did. Where we kissed for the first time. How can I be an alien? Isabella, Sarah told me. You guys can retrieve memories. You took my husband's memory and pretended to be my husband. Richard, Sarah doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a delusional, spent half of her life in a mental institution. Isabella, I'm leaving. Richard holds her hand firmly. Richard, you're not going anywhere with my baby. I can't trust you. Isabella, let my hand go. You're hurting me. Richard lets her hand go. There is a pause. They gaze at each other's eyes. Isabella, I'm getting abortion. I'm not going to raise an alien. I'll kill it. Richard slaps her hard with the back of his hand. Richard, don't touch that baby. You're imagining things. Snap out of it. I'm Richard. The same guy that you fall in love with at college. Isabella, you're an alien. Takes a gun out of her purse and points at him. Don't you ever touch me again, motherfucker. Raphael, cut. That's a wrap. To Isabella. You're done for today. If you want to hang around, you're welcome to stay. If you have to go, it's cool, I'll understand. Isabella knows he's letting her go early, gives him a kiss on the cheek. Isabella, thanks. I'll make it up to you someday. Raphael, take care. Isabella, bye. Isabella comes to Adonis. Isabella, how did I do? Adonis, you were splendid. They kiss French. Isabella, let's get out of here. I'm hungry. Adonis and Isabella walk toward the exit. Int. Yuki Restaurant, Day. It's a romantic Japanese restaurant. Adonis and Isabella sit at a table and have lunch, sushi with glasses red wines. In the background, we see a couple of customers enjoying their meals. Adonis, that was an amazing. Isabella, I was just faking it. Adonis, it's the best method acting I've ever seen. Isabella, that's not method acting. I was just having fun. Adonis, it feels like life imitating art. Isabella, how is that? Adonis, humorously I'm an alien. Isabella, mockingly you can't be serious. Adonis, you don't believe me? Isabella, if you're an alien, you must be the most handsome alien I've ever met. Out of nowhere comes Jason, sits next to Isabella, and points his gun on her side. Jason, don't do anything stupid. I'll kill both of you. Adonis stays calm. Isabella says nothing. Jason, do you know why I'm here? Adonis takes out the disc from his pocket and gives him the disc. Adonis, just take it. Don't hurt her. Jason, I work for Central Intelligence Agency. It's a matter of national security. Take care. Jason gets up and leaves. Isabella, we should call police. Adonis, it's all right. Let him go. Isabella, you just can't let him get away with it. Adonis, don't worry about it. Softly, you are alive. Adonis gives her his hand. She takes his hand. He pulls her hand gently. She gets up, comes around the table and sits on his lap. Adonis, I got you. That's all I care about in this universe. They kiss. On the soundtrack, music plays. Int. Yuki restaurant, later. Adonis and Isabella sit at the table, conversing. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Then at the entrance, Angelina walks in, comes to their table, pulls a chair, and sits in front of Adonis. The music on the soundtrack fades away. Angelina, what's up? Adonis, nothing much. Angelina, to Isabella hi. Isabella, hi. Angelina, to Adonis you gave him the disc, didn't you? Adonis, I have no choice. Angelina, you did the smartest thing. The more I hear about them, the scarier it gets. They're part of secret organization called Wires, established by CIA. They take no prisoners and don't need permission from the president to carry out hits. Humorously, but if you want me to stick my neck for you, I'll kill all of them. He smiles softly. Adonis, that won't be necessary. I have a better idea. Angelina, what's it? Adonis, I'm thinking about designing a quantum gate that allows you to access a parallel universe hidden from our sight. Angelina, how much will it cost? Adonis, a little over $1 trillion. Angelina, who's going to give you the money? Adonis, Casper. Angelina, the richest man in the solar system? Adonis, yet. Angelina, how's going to profit from this quantum gate? Adonis, will connect 2 or more universes. He can charge people who want to see their copies in parallel universes. It's up to him. I just want to show her where I came from. Isabella, what are you talking about? What's going on, Adonis? Adonis, I'm not really what you think I am. I lost my fiancée. She looked exactly like you. The man, who just took the disc, his copy killed her. That's why I gave him the disc. I didn't want anything to happen to you. Isabella, is this some kind of joke? Adonis, no, it's not. I'm from a parallel universe. I designed a quantum rocket that allowed me to cut through the fabric of the cosmos, and came to this universe to see you. I don't know what happened to your fiancé. He could be in some parallel universe as we speak. It's pure coincidence. Or the universe has consciousness. I had the same crew, the exception of a girl named Crystal Ford. She only existed in a universe where I came from. As a matter of fact, the 2 universes are slightly different. I don't know how everything falls into the right place. Perhaps, things happen for a reason. But whatever it's, I'm in love with you. I just want to tell you the truth regardless of this madness. Isabella can't believe what he's telling her. Isabella, do you expect me to believe that fairy tale? Wait a second. I get it. I'm an actress. Quoting Bette Davis in All About Eve. Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Maybe, I can't tell the difference between movie and reality. You're moving at the speed of light. That's a great science fiction idea by the way. Is there anything going on between you two that I should know about? Adonis, I'm telling you the truth. Isabella, I don't believe you. She grabs the car key from the table, gets up and leaves. Angelina, that went well. Adonis, I thought they said the truth shall set you free. Angelina, it's not the same truth that we're used to around here. Adonis, I'll make it up to her. Angelina, she should be fine. I can tell she is madly in love with you. Adonis, anyway, I'll go talk to Casper and see if he can lend me $1 trillion. Angelina, that's a good idea. I'll give you a ride. But what's this quantum gate you're talking about? Adonis, it's a pathway that connects universes. On the soundtrack, music comes. Adonis and Angelina continue to talk. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Angelina's convertible, moving, day. Angelina is behind the wheel. Adonis sits in the passenger seat. They are driving in the street of Los Angeles. They are talking. But we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. EXT/int. Angelina's convertible, moving, day. An established shot Angelina's car as Angelina and Adonis continue to drive in the street of Los Angeles. EXT Casper Genetic Tech Headquarter, day. An established shot of Casper Genetic Tech Angelina and Adonis come driving and park the car next to the building. They get out of the car and walk toward the building. Int. Casper Genetic Tech Headquarter, Day. The same two securities men stand at the security checkpoint. Angelina and Adonis approach the checkpoint. Angelina shows them her badge. They let them pass. Angelina and Adonis approach Amanda at the circulation desk. Angelina shows Amanda her badge and asks her to do her a favor. Amanda makes a call, says something on the phone and hangs up. She tells them where to go. Angelina thanks her. Adonis and Angelina walk down the huge lobby and comes to the main elevators. Angelina presses the elevator button. Elevator doors open. Angelina tells Adonis this is as far as she can take him. She has to go. Adonis thanks her. They say bye. Angelina walks toward the exit. Adonis gets in the elevator and presses a button. The elevator doors close. The elevator moves up. Part 97. Int. Casper Tech Headquarter, Casper's office, sunset. Casper stands next to glass walls, looking at the city of Los Angeles in sunset. Adonis sits at a coffee table with a can of Coke. Casper turns around, walks to his private bar, pours scotch for himself, comes to the coffee table and sits in a sofa. Casper, how much did you say it'll cost? Adonis, a little over $1 trillion. Casper, what do I get out of it? Adonis, it's a chance to meet your copy. Maybe expand your business into a parallel universe. There is a pause. He then. Casper, you said this quantum gate allows us to access a universe hidden from our sight? Adonis, the universe is a mysterious place. I've already figured out most of it: space-time curvature, negative energy, string theory, multiverse, quantum gravity, Higgs boson, dark matter, supersymmetric, quantum membrane, quantum, cellulates, what have you. I know everything there is to know about parallel universes. Let me just build it. Casper, I'll go broke. You're not asking me $100 billion like your teleportation machine. But you're talking about $1 trillion. Adonis, I'll pay you back. Casper, how are you going to pay me back? Adonis, I'm from a parallel universe. I have a teleportation company, called TeleX. I'm making trillions a year. My company is worth close to a quadrillion, maybe more. I just rushed everything and designed a quantum rocket that cut through fabric of the cosmos and came to this universe. You know, instead of taking my time and build a quantum gate. But while I was here, I wrote everything from the scratch and got it right. Casper, are you telling me you've never tested it? Adonis, it'll work. Casper, how do you know it'll work? I'm not going to waste everything I have on something that never been tested. Adonis, trust me. It'll work. Casper, what if it doesn't? Adonis, I ran the program in my computer. It works fine. There is a silent moment. He then. Casper, how long will it take to build the gate? Adonis, a year to the maximum. Casper, I'll give you the money. It's not because I want to get profit out of it. But it's because I want to see what you're telling me is true. I'm a scientist myself. I started this genetic engineering company from zero and make trillions. But I will save the story for some other time. I'm hungry. I have a date with Delilah. You can join us. Come on. The helicopter is waiting for us. Let me hear what she has to say. On the soundtrack, music plays. Casper and Adonis get up and walk toward the exit, conversing. Montage, Los Angeles. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles in the night, downtown Los Angeles. The Hollywood sign. Beverly Hills. The Kodak Theater. Hollywood Boulevard. Dodger Stadium. Millions of cars driving in the streets of Los Angeles. Houses and buildings on the coastline of Pacific Ocean. Int. Selma Restaurant, night. Adonis, Casper, and an attractive model named Delilah, 25, sit at a table enjoying lobsters and various seafood with glasses of red wines and scotches. Casper is a little bit drunk. Casper, you see, sweetheart. Adonis is going to build a quantum gate that allows us to access a parallel universe hidden from our sight. I'm giving him $1 trillion just to build it, so we could go there and meet our copies. Isn't that right, Adonis? Adonis, that's the idea. Casper, I told him to build it as soon as possible. I'd like to meet your copy and tell her how much I adore her. Delilah, how much do you adore her? Casper, more than life itself. Delilah, what does that mean? Casper, it means what it means, till death do us apart. Adonis sees a head waitress leading Isabella and Richard to their seats. Casper, referring to Delilah, isn't she the prettiest thing that you ever seen in your life? Adonis, yes, she is. I'm sorry. I have to go. Take care. Adonis gets up. Adonis, nice to meet you. Delilah, likewise. Adonis, bye. Delilah, shawoo. Adonis walks up to Isabella, who is looking at a menu. She sees him and puts the menu aside. Adonis, hi. Isabella, hi. Adonis, you look beautiful. Isabella, thanks. A beat, what are you doing here? Adonis, I'm with Casper. We're building the quantum gate. Isabella, excuse me, Richard. Let me have words with him. Richard nods sure. She gets up, takes Adonis's arm. They come to an empty table and sit on the chairs. Isabella, are you going mad? Adonis, no. I'm telling you the truth. We're starting construction next week. There is a silent moment. She then. Isabella, am I your girlfriend? Adonis, yes, you're. Isabella, do you love me? Adonis, with every beat of my heart. They kiss French. Int. Adonis's lake house, bedroom, night. Adonis and Isabella make love. It's alluring, steamy, and passionate. Montage. We'll see the construction of Quantum Gate halfway in serious cuts as Adonis and Isabella continue to make love day and night. Int. Adonis's lake house, study room, night. Adonis sits at a table working on his laptop. He's writing all kinds of complex codes, Quantum Gate. Then Isabella, wearing Adonis's shirt and Victoria's Secret underwear, walks into the study room and approaches him. Isabella, what are you up to? Adonis, working on the formula. I made a little error. But I figured it out. Adonis continues to write codes. Isabella watches him. She then. Isabella, Adonis. Adonis, what's it, sweetheart? Isabella, why did you lie to me? He stops what he's doing. Adonis, I didn't mean to. I thought I should wait. Isabella, not that. You told me you're from a parallel universe. I'm still having difficulty believing it. Why did you say such things like that? Adonis doesn't know what to tell her. Adonis, it's the truth. Isabella, I'm joking. She sits on his lap. Isabella, what can I do to help you right now? Adonis, just a kiss. They exchange soft intimate kisses. Isabella, do I make you happy? Adonis, the happiest ever. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, what's the happiest you ever felt? Adonis, when I saw you at the hospital. I thought I would never see you again. I mean, I just couldn't believe how angelic you looked, like a rose at the garden of beautiful love. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, what's the sexiest thing about me? Adonis, everything. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, everything isn't an answer. You have to pick one. Adonis, there is nothing I would leave. You have the sexiest eyes. But if my life depends on it, I will die on your lips, resurrect in your heart and spend my eternal life making love to your soul. You're the physical embodiment of the very breath of life that's placed in my spirit before genes, past, present, and future. They kiss intimately. She slips her lips seductively. Isabella, make love to me now. Adonis and Isabella kiss. Adonis then carries her and exits the study room. Living room. Adonis, carrying Isabella, crosses down the living room. He climbs the staircases and takes her to the bedroom while their lips joining in an intimate kiss. Int. Adonis's lake house, bedroom, day. Adonis and Isabella make love surrounded by candle. We stay with them with serious cut. Montage. Adonis's new 2093 Mercedes convertible. Adonis is behind the wheel. Isabella is in the passenger seat. They drive in Pacific Coast Highway. We see the Pacific Ocean Adonis's left-hand side, waves crashing against the cliffs. On the soundtrack, music plays. Restaurant, Napa Valley. Adonis and Isabella sit in the pub at a romantic restaurant and have glasses of red wines in a beautiful twilight. Los Angeles Ballet House. Adonis and Isabella sit in the VIP box and watch ballet. Movie set, the unknown Isabella shoots Richard in the neck. Richard holds his neck, falls, and dies on the spot. We then take it in the big screen at the movie theater. Adonis and Isabella sit in the middle of the theater and watches the movie, The Unknown. Big screen, Isabella then drops her gun and hold her stomach in pain. There is something moving inside her belly. It must be an alien baby. She runs into the house. Cut to, house, kitchen. She grabs a kitchen knife, cuts her belly, purple blood comes out of her stomach. The baby is still alive. He continues to move inside her belly. Isabella comes to the living room, cuts the TV cord, puts the plug in the electric supply and sticks the wire in her belly. Isabella flies in the air backward, crashes against the coffee table violently and lies unconscious. The baby squeezes out of her smoking belly. It looks like a lizard. It crawls down the living room and goes to the kitchen. Isabella remains unconscious. There is a dead man lying nearby. We see his gun on the floor. Cut to, a police officer named Brendan comes driving and parks his car in front of the house. He gets out of the car and sees Richard lying dead on the ground. Brendan takes out his gun and enters the house. House, int. Brendan sees Isabella lying unconscious. He looks at the electric wire. He quickly drops his gun, removes his coat, places it on her smoking belly and gives her CPR and chest compression. Isabella returns to life. She tells Brendan to get away from her. She can't trust anything. Isabella grabs the dead man's gun and points at Brendan. He tells her to take it easy. He's a police officer as he stands back. Then the alien, who is now a full-grown adult, comes behind Brendan and bits him in the neck. Brendan screams in pain. Isabella shoots the alien. The alien lets Brendan go. Brendan falls on the floor and continues to scream in pain. He is bleeding like hell. The alien comes to bite Isabella. She unloads the gun in the alien bow. 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 Academy Award. Adonis and Isabella arrive at the Academy Award at the Kodak Theater in a limo. Isabella, wearing a breathtaking dress, and Adonis get out of the car. Hundreds of camera lights flash at Isabella. She waves her hand at her fans. The paparazzi take Adonis and Isabella pictures. Isabella plays it professional. She gives the paparazzi few possess as they take solo pictures of her. Quantum Gate construction. Adonis and Isabella, wearing construction clothes and hats, help the construction workers as they continue to build Quantum Gate. Adonis and Isabella are having the time of their lives. They drop whatever they were holding. Adonis takes Isabella's hand. They walk down the building and come to a place where there is nobody. They kiss and make love. Int. Quantum Gate, day. We see Adonis, Isabella, Casper, Delilah, Lucas, and about 25 scientists standing in front of a quantum gate. Casper, are you sure it's safe? Adonis, yes. It's safe. Casper, how are we going to get back? Adonis, I never thought about that. Off everybody's looks, I'm kidding. We'll build another quantum gate in the other end of the universe. Casper, I don't have any more money. I spent 3 times more than I planned. Adonis, don't worry. I got everything under control. I have enough money to build a couple of gates in the other end of the universe. Isabella, I'll go with you. Casper, I'll come too. Delilah, I'll accompany you. Adonis, to Lucas, make sure nobody walk through this gate. Just shut it down till I get back. Lucas, I'll take care of it. Adonis, Isabella, Casper, and Delilah walk through the gate and disappear. EXT Nevada Desert, day. Adonis, Isabella, Casper, and Delilah appear in the middle of the desert. Casper, where are we? Adonis, Nevada. We might have to walk a mile. You see that house over there? Adonis points at a breathtaking house in the middle of nowhere. They look at it. Casper, what's that? Adonis, it's my house. Isabella, did you plan this ahead of time? Adonis, kind of. Delilah, what do you mean kind of? They begin to walk toward the house. Adonis, I thought about designing the gate while I was here. But I couldn't get the formula right. Instead, I built a quantum rocket that cut through space. I traveled through natural wormholes and came to a parallel universe. While I was there, I kept working on it. Later, I found out the error and corrected it. But I knew I'd get it right ahead of time. So I built this place and other things just in case I need it. I have a helicopter and all. We'll go to the city the first day in the morning. Medium shot of Adonis, Isabella, Casper, and Delilah as they continue to walk toward the house. On the soundtrack, music plays. Int. Adonis's desert house, living room, day. Adonis, Isabella, Casper, and Delilah come to the living room. It looks like a museum. Isabella, it's a beautiful house. Casper, I have to take a leak. Where is the bathroom? Adonis, go down the hallway. You'll see it. Casper heads toward the bathroom. Adonis, Isabella, and Delilah go to the kitchen. Adonis's desert house, kitchen. Adonis looks at his watch. Adonis, it's 5 p.m. I have some frozen food in the refrigerator room. If you ladies want to cook, feel free. I'll assist you. Adonis opens the refrigerator room. We see all kinds of frozen foods. Delilah, I'm starving. What do you have in there? Adonis, everything. Isabella, how long those foods have been in the refrigerator? Adonis, 3. But don't worry. I made sure the expiration days are over 10 years. Besides, they are kept well below 0 degree. Isabella, there are microbes that thrive below 0 degree. That's how we got here in the first place. Comets carrying the building block of life and microbes from space crashed on Earth, before evolution took over 4 billion years ago. Adonis, I doubt any microbes will survive. They're kept below 200 degree. The only problem we might have is deforesting them. But I doubt that will be a problem. Adonis grabs 2 slices of cakes packed in small box. Adonis, come on. They follow him. Adonis comes to a super microwave. Isabella, is that a microwave? Adonis, super microwave. Adonis removes the cakes from the boxes, places the cakes on 2 plates, puts them in the microwave, and presses 5 seconds. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5. He opens the microwave and takes out 2 delicious cakes. Delilah and Isabella can't believe what they are looking at. Adonis gives them the cake. Delilah, that's amazing. Adonis, it's the most powerful microwave ever made. It melts ice in 1 second. Isabella, you're really prepared. Adonis returns to the refrigerator room. Isabella and Delilah follow him. Adonis, let's cook dinner. I have fish, steak, shrimp, lobster, chicken, pork. Isabella, I don't eat pork. Delilah, me neither. Adonis, we can skip pork. I have crabs, cakes, seafood, pasta, lasagna, what have you. We'll make the best dinner ever. Delilah, are you a chief or something? Adonis, no. I'm not. But I got all kinds of cooking books. Adonis grabs 2 picture cooking books from the kitchen table and gives Delilah and Isabella the books. They look at them. We see all kinds of mouth-watering recipes with the photos of the foods. Delilah, can we make lobster pasta? I have a strong craving for pasta and lobster. Adonis, sure. Isabella continues to look at the cooking book. In the meantime, Casper walks into the kitchen. Casper, you got nice place. I was looking at the paintings. I am an art collector. I have seen it all. I haven't seen some of paintings you have here in the universe that we just left. Adonis, I painted some of them myself. Casper, you are an amazing painter. If this didn't work, you could have always counted on painting. Adonis, maybe. Casper, anyway, what's the plan? Delilah, we're making dinner. He has all kinds of foods in the refrigerator room. Casper, to Adonis, how long the foods have been in the freezer? Delilah, answering for Adonis, 3 years. Casper, to Adonis, they aren't spoiled? Delilah, no. They're kept below 200 degrees. They're like ice. But don't worry. He has laser microwave. It can defrost anything in seconds. Casper, I'm hungry. I'll eat anything. Adonis, here. I have a cooking book. Just let me know what you want to have for dinner. Adonis gives him a cooking book. Casper takes the cooking book. He looks at a steak on the first page. That's it. He closes the book. Casper, I'll have steak. He returns the cooking book back to Adonis. Adonis, to Isabella, what are you having? Isabella, I'll just have sushi. Closes the cooking book, but I'll assist you cooking. Adonis, you'll change your mind. I'll make you the best vanilla lobster cake. Isabella, we'll see about that. They continue to talk. On the soundtrack, music play. Int. Adonis's house, kitchen, later. Adonis, Isabella, and Delilah are in the middle of cooking. We see all kinds of foods on the kitchen table. Lobster, pasta, chicken, roasted duck, lamb, salad, all sorts of cakes, etc. We don't think they are going to eat all of those foods. They're just enjoying cooking. It looks like straight out of the Food Network. Living room. Casper sits at the coffee table, watching baseball on the TV and drinking a glass of whiskey. Delilah comes to the dining room, carrying a roasted duck and places it on a big dinner table, which is already filled with all kinds of foods. Delilah then walks up to Casper. Delilah, what are you watching? Casper, baseball. Delilah, who's playing? Casper, Dodgers vs Yankees. Delilah, what inning is this? Casper, the bottom of 4th. Delilah, who's winning? Casper, it's tie. 2-2. Delilah, do you want to bet? The Yankees will win 6-4. Casper, how much do you want to bet? Delilah, if the Yankees wins, you'll go down on me. If the Dodgers wins. She whispers something by his ear. Casper, it's on. Talking to the TV, come on Jones. You got the game under control. It's last out. Don't look at the guy on the first base. If he's going to steal, let him steal. Focus on the man at the plate. Just strike him out. Delilah, it's hit and run, double in the middle. In the TV. Like Delilah said, it's hit and run. The player on the first base takes off. The player on the plate hits the ball down in the middle, double. The first guy scores from all the way from first base. Yankees 2-3. Casper, motherfucker. You cost me a blowjob. Delilah laughs to herself. Delilah, don't feel bad. They have still 5 more innings to play. But let me go help them. Casper, you guys aren't done yet? Delilah, almost. We just have to put the turkey in the oven. I'm stuffing it. Casper, why do you make turkey? It's not Thanksgiving Day. It's June. Delilah, who said you should only eat turkey on Thanksgiving Day? Casper, it's tradition. People only eat turkey on Thanksgiving Day, unless they're sliced and placed in sandwiches. Delilah, you can slice and put them in a sandwich if you want to. We're in a parallel universe. Have you thought about maybe they don't care about tradition? They make foods that they feel like eating. Casper, we're not going to start arguing here, are we? Delilah sits on his lap and puts her arms around him. Delilah, we have never argued. We just have different opinions. They say opposite attract. Don't forget. We're here to have fun. Casper, if you say so. They kiss. Delilah gets up from his lap, takes his hand. Delilah, come on. Make love to me upstairs. Quickie. It's our first sex in a parallel universe. Casper gets up, carries Delilah on his shoulder, and takes her upstairs, climbing the staircases. Kitchen. Isabella and Adonis continue to make all kinds of foods while eating sushi. Adonis grabs Jumbo Shrimp with his hand and tries to feed her. Isabella, what's that? Adonis, it's Jumbo Shrimp. Isabella eats from his hand. Isabella, it's delicious. Adonis, you should try Italian sweet lobster. It's scrumptious. He takes the Italian sweet lobster and feeds her. She eats it. Isabella, it's yummy. They continue to cook. She then. Isabella, so what's the plan? Adonis, we'll have dinner, get good sleep, and go to the city in the morning. Isabella, what are we going to do? Adonis, I'll give them a call and hear what they have to say, how the company is doing, business. We need a lot of money to build another quantum gate in order to go back home. Isabella, you just said go back home. I thought you were from here? Adonis, did I really said that? Isabella, yes, you did. Adonis, it must have slipped my mind. Sometime, the mind functions on its own. Isabella, maybe, you're running away from her ghost. I studied psychology in college. Our brain hates pain. You know, Pain is the prime source of fear, phobias, odd and eccentric behaviors, and all sorts of complex thoughts. Maybe this universe reminds you of her, and how you lost her. Your subconscious mind is trying to make you forget the pain and allows you to live in peace with your soul. Adonis, you're my soul. When I'm with you, I'm like a dandelion. I float where your breath blows. No pain, fear, and despair can change the feeling I have for you as long as I live. They get closer lips to lips. Isabella, I'm beginning to believe you are the most romantic man ever. Adonis, humorously you think so. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, make love to me. They kiss intimately. They begin to strip their clothes. Adonis picks her up and thinks about putting her on the kitchen table. But the table is filled with foods. There are foods everywhere. Adonis puts her down, carries her sideway. They exist the kitchen kissing. Int. Adonis's desert house, guest house, sunset. Adonis and Isabella make love. It's sensual. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Adonis's desert house, night. Adonis, Isabella, Casper, and Delilah sit at a table and eat all kinds of foods that they just cooked with glasses of red wines. Casper, so the plan is you are going to get your money and build another quantum gate? Adonis, right. Delilah, where are we going to stay? Adonis, I have a couple of houses in Los Angeles. You can pick any house you like and stay as long as you wish. Casper, what about? You said there is my copy in a parallel universe. If I meet him, nothing will happen to me? I'm not going to explode or vanish like matter and antimatter meet. I watched it in a movie. Adonis, no. That's just a movie. Nothing will happen to you as if you are meeting your twin. Delilah, to Casper I'd love to hang out with him if he's as cool as you. Casper, I'd love to have threesome with you and your copy if it's alright with you. Delilah, in your dream. She's my twin. It's incest. Casper, no, it's not. She's not your twin, just another girl who looks like you in a parallel universe. Delilah, whatever. To Isabella, I want to meet your copy. She might be famous as you. Isabella, she's dead. She was his fiancée. Delilah, to Adonis I'm sorry to hear that. Adonis, it's all right. Things happen for a reason. Isabella, someone killed her to steal his teleportation idea. Delilah, that's sad. Adonis looks around. They all seem disheartened. Adonis, to lift their spirit I might design a time machine, go back in time, and prevent her death. Casper, that's the spirit. Let's cheers for time machine and the resurrection of Adonis's fiancée. What's her name? Adonis, Isabella. Casper, cheers for Isabella. They all cheers humorously and take sips. Delilah, I don't mean to sound like a bitch. But if he goes back in time and saves his fiancée's life, where is going to leave Isabella here? He has to choose between them. Casper, he doesn't have to. Mormons have 2-3 wives. I'm not saying he should have 2-3 wives. But it won't make any difference. He can live with 2 beautiful girls under one roof. It's not a big deal. Delilah, are you telling me? God forbid suppose your copy dies here. Are you going to bring his girlfriend and expect 3 of us to live peacefully under one roof? How do I know you love her more than you love me? I don't want to be second to anyone, even equal, which is assuming the unthinkable. Casper, first of all, don't put words in my mouth. Second, we're talking about what if. Suppose I bring her to the house. I'm not going to make love to her without your approval. Delilah, but you'd fuck her if I'm not around. Casper, I just said I'd only make love to her with your permission. There are 2 different things, making love to her with your permission and fucking her when you're not around. Delilah, how's that different? You're fucking her either way. I am giving you a green light is just an excuse. Casper, no I won't touch her. Delilah, you're a liar. Casper, you said it yourself she's like your twin sister. Why would I want to fuck your sister? It's disrespectful to you. Delilah, but you said she's not my sister, just another girl who looks like me in a parallel universe. There is no blood relationship whatsoever. Suppose you have sex with her. Are you telling me you're going to treat us the same? Casper, I'll treat you better than her, because I fell in love with you first. Delilah, you fell in love with me first. What's that? You're not a 12 years old boy. I fell in love with a college student when I was in high school. Do you see me with him now? Casper, what are you talking about? Delilah, I'm making point. You could fall in love with someone first. Things look promising. Later, you meet someone special and fall in love with that person. Love isn't about first, second, third. It's about finding someone you want to spend the rest of your life and not looking back. Casper, that's deep. Delilah, you could have just told me that you wouldn't share me with the angels in heaven. Casper, I won't share you with the angels in heaven. You feel better? Delilah, it's too late. Casper, well. I won't give you up easily. Delilah, to Adonis I'm still curious. Suppose you go back in time and save your fiancé. How are you going to make time for both? Adonis, that's a good question. To be honest, I don't have the slightest idea what I would do. I was dead when I lost her. I would have done anything to go back in time and prevent her death. My soul was crushed. I loved her so much. When they took her away from me, nothing felt real. Later, I built a quantum rocket, came to a parallel universe, and met Isabella. I tried to convince myself they're the same person. Just let it happen. But the truth is each second I spend with her, I've never felt so completed in my life. Maybe, love is not something that you discover. But it's something that reveals in your heart when you love someone till it hurts. Isabella looks at him with tenderness. Delilah, that's most romantic things I have ever heard. To Casper, why can't you be romantic like him? Casper, I'm romantic. Isabella tells Adonis I love you under her breath and gives him a wink. On the soundtrack music plays. They continue to talk while drinking wine and eating. We stay with them for a bit. EXT Adonis's helicopter, flying, day. An established shot of helicopter flying in the sky. Int. Adonis's helicopter, flying, day. Adonis flies the helicopter. Isabella sits next to him at cockpit. Casper and Delilah sit in the VIP. Montage, Los Angeles. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles in the year. Downtown Los Angeles, the Hollywood sign, Beverly Hills, the Kodak Theater, Hollywood Boulevard, Dodger Stadium, millions of cars driving in the streets of Los Angeles, houses and buildings on the coastline of Pacific Ocean and many more. EXT Tele-X headquarter, day. An established shot of Tele-X Adonis's helicopter comes flying and lands on the roof. Lucas and Lillian are waiting. Adonis, Isabella, Casper and Delilah get out of the helicopter. Adonis greets Lucas and Lillian. He introduces them to Isabella, Casper and Delilah. They all walk toward the main building. Int. Tele-X, Adonis's office, day. Adonis, Isabella, Casper, Delilah, Lucas and Cassandra sit in sofas and talk. Lucas, we're doing everything to win the case. Adonis, I don't care about the case. Are they okay? Is it serious? Lucas, it's nothing. I'll take care of it. Adonis, we'll just shut it down. Lucas, I got everything under control. There are billions of people using Tele-X each year. A couple of crocs, who think they can beat the system, gathered together, and tried to defraud the company. They collected every cancer patient, who took Tele-X, and filed a lawsuit. It's bullshit. Adonis, listen to me, Lucas. We have to close it for a while. It's temporary. We'll pay all the patients regardless. If there is a mistake with the machine, I'll rewrite everything from the scratch and correct the error. When it's safe, we'll go back in business. Till then, I want you to be in charge of Quantum Gate. Lucas, sure. Adonis takes out a disc from his pocket. Adonis, here all the instruction is in this disc. Lucas takes the disc and puts it in his pocket. Lucas, what I am going to tell them about you. Adonis, don't tell them anything. I'll keep a low profile for a couple of days. Then I'll tell them I was around, traveling secretly. Wait a second. Have you been taking care of their families, the crew? Lucas, yes. I send them $10 million every 6 months. Adonis, I want you to triple it and more. They died. Lucas, I'm sorry to hear that. Adonis, what's Max up to? Lucas, he just sold his 25% share as soon as the lawsuit announced in the news. Adonis, how much money do we have in Swiss bank alone? Lucas, a lot of money, close to $12 quadrillions. Adonis, we might have to buy out all the investors till it's safe. To Cassandra, what's the status of my houses? Cassandra, they all are in good condition. I put Amy in charge. Adonis, I want you personally to take Casper and Delilah to my lake house. They'll be staying there indefinitely. To Casper and Delilah, just have fun till I build the gate. Casper, it's fine. They all get up. Adonis, we'll meet you at Hilton Hotel. 9 p.m. Casper, what about my copy? I'd like to have few words with him. Adonis, you should wait a day too. Get used to things around here. We'll visit him together. I'll explain to him how you arrived to this universe and everything. Casper, sure. Cassandra leads Casper and Delilah toward the exit. Lucas leaves as well. Adonis and Isabella stand closer. Isabella, I never seen you like this before. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, like what? Isabella, in charge of the biggest cooperation in the world. I like how you handle business. It's sexy. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, I'm not really a businessman. This is fake. I mean I haven't done anything worthwhile. There are over 300 billion stars in a galaxy. More than 10 trillion galaxies in a universe alone. There are countless universes in the cosmos. Maybe, building teleportation machine and quantum gate means something. But it can only take us from point A to point B. It's nothing compared to what you mean to me. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, music comes. Part 98. Montage, Los Angeles. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles in the year 2094. Downtown Los Angeles, the Hollywood sign, Beverly Hills, the Kodak Theater, Hollywood Boulevard, Dodger Stadium, millions of cars driving in the streets of Los Angeles, houses and buildings on the coastline of Pacific Ocean and many more. Int. Adonis's convertible, moving, day. It's a 2091 Mercedes convertible. Adonis is behind the wheel. Isabella is in the passenger seat. They drive in the streets of Los Angeles. On the soundtrack, the music continues to play. EXT Adonis's convertible, moving, day. An established shot of Adonis's Mercedes convertible driving in the street of Los Angeles. We then take it with overhead shot. EXT Adonis's house, day. An established shot of Adonis's new multi-million-dollar villa. It looks like a palace. It has swimming pool, beautiful gardens, tennis court, sculptures, water fountains, ponds, guest houses, etc. Adonis and Isabella come driving, past the main gate. 2 security guards are standing. They salute him as he drives by. Adonis and Isabella move down the park, pull in front of the house, get out of the car and walk to the house. Int. Adonis's house, day. Adonis and Isabella come to the main living room. Isabella sees the portraits of Isabella, Adonis's fiancée. Her sculptures and photographs are all over the place. It looks like a museum. Isabella, you loved her, didn't you? Adonis, more than my heart beats. They walk down the living room. Isabella continues to look at Isabella's paintings, sculptures, and photographs. Isabella, humorously, she looks exactly like me. Adonis smiles softly. They continue to walk down the living room silently. She then. Isabella, you didn't really answer the question that Delilah asked you last night. Suppose you go back in time and save her life, would you leave me? Adonis, not in a billion years. Isabella, whatever. Next room. Adonis and Isabella come to the next room. There are hundreds of red roses all over the place. Isabella, you knew you were going to bring me here. You planned this ahead of time, didn't you? Adonis, humorously, maybe I did. Isabella, do you have any more surprises for me? Adonis, you have seen anything yet? House movie theater. Adonis and Isabella come to a house movie theater. Isabella's, Adonis's fiancée, movie is showing. Isabella looks at it. Isabella, that's her? Adonis nods yes. There is a silent moment. Isabella watches the movie. In the big screen, we see Isabella is aiding a wounded baby zebra left in the middle of African safari. An African man, Adu, stands in a jeep, carrying a gun. He's making sure she's safe from predators. Isabella injects the baby zebra with antibiotic, cleans its wound and applies first aid on the injury area. Back to Adonis and Isabella. Isabella, can you tell the difference between me and her? Adonis shakes his head no. Isabella continues to watch as if she were looking at herself. In the big screen. Isabella continues to aid the baby zebra. She's doing everything in her power to save the baby zebra. Then comes a leopard unseen and charges toward Isabella. Adu sees the leopard and tries to fire at the cat. But his gun is jammed. Isabella looks at the leopard as it continues to charge toward her. She freezes in fear. The leopard leaps in the air and tries to attack her. The beast is at her face, 2 inches, in slow motion. Then there is a gunshot. A bullet hits the leopard in the neck. The cat falls on Isabella and scratches her arm as it dies. The leopard's blood is all over Isabella's face and clothes. The camera reveals the shooter. It's John, Hunter/CIA. He comes out of the bush with his gun. In the meantime, Adu runs to rescue Isabella. She lies unconscious. Adu pulls the cat off her. Adu, wake up. Diana. John comes driving his jeep and stops next to them. He gets out of the car and approaches them. John, is she alright? Adu, she's unconscious. John, she'll come out of it. She's in shock. Adu, we must take her to clinic. The leopard scratched her arm. She might get infection. John, there is no clinic with 28 radius miles. Let's take her to my house. Adu, where do you live? John, nearby. 10 miles. Adu carries her. John, I get her. John takes Isabella from Adu and carries her to his car. Isabella opens her eyes and looks at him. John gives her a wink. She gives him a soft smile and goes back to sleep. John slowly puts her in the passenger seat. In the meantime, Adu looks at the baby zebra. He doesn't want to leave him in the middle of nowhere. John approaches him. John, let's put it in my car. I'll call a veterinarian. John and Adu picks up the baby zebra and places it in John's jeep. John, follow me. Adu, what about the leopard? Should we leave him here? John, what do you suggest? Adu, she might want to see the beast that almost took her life when she wakes up. It would have killed her if it weren't for you. By the way, that was an excellent shot. John, thanks. But if the authorities see us with this leopard, they'll fine us $10 million and put us in prison for 10 years. There are only 30 of them left in the jungle. Adu, we can't live it here. The safari patrols will find it anyway, identify the bullet with your gun and come after you. John, I wouldn't worry about that too much. The gun is not registered in my name. But let's take it with us in case, like you said, she might want to see the beast that almost killed her. They carry the leopard and places it in Adu's jeep. Int. John's jeep, moving, day, movie. John is behind the wheel. Isabella is in the passenger seat. She remains asleep. Her arm is covered with medical dressing. They are driving in the middle of African safari. Adu is following them behind. We see all kinds of wild animals, elephants, giraffes, rhino, cheetah, etc. Isabella then opens her eyes and looks at John. He catches her eyes. John, hi. Isabella, hi. She looks around. Isabella, where am I? John, Africa. She sees the bandage on her arm, remembers everything. She turns around and looks at the baby zebra in the open flatbed of the truck. Isabella, where are we going? John, to my place. The John's jeep continues to drive in the middle of nowhere. Adu continue follow John's jeep. Back to, Adonis and Isabella. Isabella, what's the movie about? Adonis, it's about a girl who goes to Africa to do her master in zoology and does a documentary while aiding wild animals. She involves with a mysterious man. I don't want to spoil it. Do you want to watch it? Isabella, some other time. Let's just go to a regular movie theater and see what they have. Adonis, sure. They continue to watch the movie. Big screen, John's house. John cleans Isabella's wounds and applies new first aid on her wound and looks at her beautiful eyes. She gives him a spellbinding smile. EXT Isabella Movie Theater, Sunset. An established shot of Isabella Movie Theater. It's a huge movie theater. They must have over 100 theaters room. We see the statue of Isabella in front of the building. Adonis and Isabella come driving the Mercedes convertible and park the car at the theater parking lot. Adonis and Isabella get out of the car and walk toward the theater. Int. Isabella Movie Theater, movie room, Sunset. Adonis and Isabella sit, in a luxurious sofa, in the middle of the theater and watch a romantic movie. It's a splendid theater. It looks like a living room. Isabella, did you build this theater for her? A man, who is sitting in front of Adonis and Isabella, turns around and tell her to be quiet. Man, shoo. I paid $100 to watch the movie, not to listen to you talking. Adonis takes out his cell phone and just presses a single button. 1 to 2, 3 seconds. The movie stops. The light comes on. The theater manager walks in. Feather Manger, we're having technical difficulty. You have to leave the theater as soon as possible. We're transferring you to another theater. Or we'll refund your tickets. We're sorry for the inconvenient. Please use the nearest exit. Moviegoers get up and begin to leave. Some complain. Some cooperate politely. The man, who tells Isabella to be quiet, gets up. The man, complaining, I can't believe this. It's the biggest theater in the world. They are having technical difficulty. When Isabella is about to get up, Adonis holds her arm to stay. Isabella, what's going on? Adonis, nothing. The theater managers and the ushers evacuate all of them. The theater manager looks at Adonis and Isabella. Theater, enjoy the movie. Adonis nods thanks. The light goes out. The movie returns. Adonis and Isabella are the only person in the theater. Isabella, did you just do that? Adonis, did what? Isabella, you kicked everybody out. Adonis, the guy told you to be quiet. Isabella, it's not a big deal. It's a movie theater. I don't like when people talk while I'm watching a movie either. Adonis, he was rude, could have asked you polity. You barely said anything. Isabella, what about the rest of them? I'd have pissed off if they kicked me out of a theater, because of some guy tells your girlfriend to shut up. Adonis, don't worry. It's a big theater. They'll put them in another theater. Actually, they have 10 to 20 movie theaters that they leave open in case of emergency. Isabella, perfect. Let me go back to my original question. Did you build this theater for her? Adonis, yes. Do you like it? Isabella, I'm an actress. When anybody builds a theater like this, it leaves me speechless. You know, I had always known I was going to be an actress growing up. But I remember when I saw myself in the big screen for the first time, I felt I was doing something different with my life. Then it became lifestyle. No matter how hard I worked, 3-4 movies I made a year, there was always something missing in my life. I was happy, but felt empty. Then I saw you at a party. I fell in love at sight. You told me that you wanted to spend the rest of your life kissing my lips every second of it. You changed my life forever. Then one day, they asked you to travel to space. You refused to go, because I didn't want you to leave. Then, I had a change of heart. I didn't want to interfere with your goals. It was you the formula. So I told you to bring me few stars. You then left to space. When you returned, you became completely a different person. You have amazing stamina in bed. Every time I look at your eyes, I get arousal. I just can't get enough of you. Maybe, you're a different person. But I don't care, Adonis. I'm the happiest when I'm with you. Adonis, I'm the happiest when I'm with you too. They kiss French. Adonis presses a button on his cell phone. The movie changes. It's Isabella's new movie Confession. Isabella part her lips and looks at it. Isabella, wait a second. This is a new movie that I did in the parallel universe Confession. It hasn't come out yet. Where did you get it? Adonis, Ian gave me the director cut. I brought it with me. Isabella, I won't let you get away with it this time. They kiss more intimately. Isabella, how many movies did she do that I did? Adonis, you took almost the same paths. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, but we're two different persons, aren't we? Adonis, yes. But it's a little bit complicated. Nobody knows how multiverse really work. There is this quantum entanglement, how your action affects your copies throughout the multiple universes, despite the fact you are separated billions of light years away, no connection whatsoever. There is also a cosmic consciousness that makes life possible and regulates multiple universes and everything within it. But that's a different story. Your action is based on your thoughts, curiosity, and perception. It has nothing to do with quantum entanglement or cosmic consciousness but free will. Isabella, I don't care. I'm in love with you. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, make love to me here. They kiss French. Isabella removes her underwear. Adonis loses his paint. Isabella sits on his lap. They kiss and begin to make love in the theater. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Adonis's palace, main bedroom, night. Adonis and Isabella continue to make love. It's passionate, enticing, steamy and sensual. We stay with them with serious cuts. Ext Adonis's palace, courtyard, day. Adonis sits at a table, working on his laptop, writing all kinds of complex programs. Isabella is swimming. Then Josefina, an assistant, comes and tells him something by his ear. Adonis nods as he continues to write programs. Josefina takes out her cell phone and makes a call as she walks toward the main house. Adonis's palace, courtyard, minutes later. Josefina escorts Ludovic to the courtyard. Ludovic comes to the table and sits in front of Adonis. Ludovic, hi. Adonis, hi. Adonis gives Josefina a nod to leave. Josefina leaves in the background. Ludovic, where have you been hiding all these time? Adonis, I can't tell you that. Ludovic, why is that? Adonis, if I ever hide again, you'll find me. Ludovic, I heard about your quantum spaceship. Ludovic takes out the photos of Adonis's crew, John Casey, Crystal Ford, David Matthew, Camden Lee, George Moore, and Lydia Reed and Eric Peterson, from his file and puts them in front of Adonis. Ludovic, where are they? Adonis, I don't know what you're talking about. Ludovic, Adonis, I'm on your side. If I want to nail you, I'd just come up with a stupid excuse and arrest you. But we like you. The world has never seen a genius like you. Maybe it'll never see again. To be honest, sometimes, I even doubt if you're a human being. We'll do a full autopsy after you die. Of course, that can only happen if you ever die. You might go to a universe where they have the fountain of youth and live forever. But that can wait. What I am interested at this moment is the answer to these simple questions. Where have you been? What are you up to? A man just can't disappear for 3 years and reappear out of thin air. I know what you are capable of doing, Adonis. You went to a parallel universe, didn't you? Adonis, I lost you a while ago. Ludovic, how did you come back? Adonis, I didn't go anywhere. I was around. Ludovic, you're a whiz but a bad liar. Ludovic puts the picture of Casper and Delilah in front of Adonis taken various places. Some of the photos include Casper and Delilah talking to the real Casper and Delilah. There are photos of Adonis and Isabella conversing with Casper and Delilah at various restaurants. Ludovic, Samson and Delilah. I meant Casper and Delilah. They're not your guests from a parallel universe by any chance, are they? Adonis is caught. Adonis, just friends of mine. Ludovic puts the picture of Isabella in front of him. Ludovic, she looks like your dead fiancé. Adonis looks at the photo. Adonis, she does, doesn't she? He puts it on the table. Ludovic looks at Isabella who continues to swim like a dolphin. Ludovic, I'm very impressed, Adonis. Who is she? Adonis, she's my better half. Ludovic, I was told to arrest all of them. But I told my bosses. Let's give him a break. He's the third coming of Christ. He'll tell us everything we need to know. Adonis, I'm not going to say anything without my lawyer. Ludovic, you don't want to play it like that. There is a pause. He then. Ludovic, I have a confession to make. We didn't mean to kill your fiancé. Adonis, what are you talking about? Ludovic, not me. CIA. I work for the intelligence. They just put me in special astronautic unit, in case of alien invasions. I found out about it the other day. They thought the teleportation machine might bring trouble to this country. They didn't want foreign spies and terrorists to come to USA and start blowing up things. They wanted to use it for our advantage. It was unprofessional. You lost your fiancé. They lost one of their best, Agent Parker. Later, they filed a fake lawsuit in order to take away the company credibility. But I told them to hold their horses now. We can afford to sabotage success. I know what you are capable of doing in terms of physics. I convinced them to drop the charge. There is nothing wrong with the teleportation machine. You can continue to operate your business. In the meantime, I'm sorry about your fiancé. I want to apologize on behalf of the agency. Adonis, it's my fault. I'll take full responsibility for her death. Ludovic, let's leave everything behind and start from nada. You scratch my back. I'll scratch your back. Adonis, I don't know what that means. Ludovic, Adonis, don't be a fool. You don't want to go war with the government. They'll take your passport and make you prisoner for the rest of your life. Adonis, I just went to a parallel universe and returned without their permission. What makes you think I can't do it again? Ludovic, so tell me how you going to do it. Adonis, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you. Ludovic, you're not a killer, Adonis. I'm surprised how you killed Agent Parker. He was the best. But with all due respect, let the dead bury the dead. My bosses told me they wouldn't let you continue to build the gate without Central Intelligence Agency involvement. Don't take it personal. It's a matter of national security. They don't know anything about aliens. Besides, they don't usually listen to me. But I'll try my best to convince them that you're working for the development of the US. Gets up. They have to make you happy at all cost. Adonis, thanks for the thought. Ludovic, supposed she learned to swim like that from a parallel universe. Say hi to your better half for me. Take care. Ludovic leaves the area. Isabella gets out of the swimming pool, comes to the table and sits on a chair still wet. Adonis, how many laps did you do? Isabella, 51 laps. Adonis, that's almost 3 miles. Isabella, who's that man? Adonis, CIA. Isabella, what does he want? Adonis, they already figured it out. Isabella, figured out what? Adonis, how you got here and what I'm up to. Isabella, so what? It's a free country, isn't it? Adonis, it's free. But the government doesn't think it's free. They want to keep certain things restricted, like they don't want you to go to a parallel universe and bring the most beautiful girl in the multiverse. She smiles in beauty. Isabella, humorously, you're a son of a witch. She gets up and sits on his lap wet. Isabella, referring to the wet, that's for making me madly falling in love with you. They kiss. Isabella, what do they want? Adonis, they want the gate. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, you're not going to give them like you gave them the teleportation machine in the parallel universe, are you? Adonis, I'll put up some fight. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, really? Adonis, I don't know, baby. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, that doesn't help your case. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, it's complicated. He just told me they killed Isabella, my fiancée. Isabella, who killed her? Adonis, CIA. Isabella, why? Adonis, because of the teleportation machine. He said the government didn't want foreigner spies and terrorists to enter this country. They killed her by accident, didn't mean it. Isabella, that's sad. Adonis, I don't want to lose you because of some silly quantum gate. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, how am I going to get back home? Adonis, you're stuck here. They exchange soft kiss. Isabella, I'm serious, Adonis. My life isn't here. I don't belong here. Adonis, you belong in my heart. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, what about my job? They don't know me here. If I go to an audition, they'll probably think I'm a look-alike and send me home. Adonis, no. They won't send you home. Imitating the Godfather, I'll make them an offer they can't refuse. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, if they give me a part like Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, I will stay. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, we will purchase the best screenplay in town. You'll start in the lead role. I'll direct. Isabella, is it romantic comedy, heist, biography, action, horror, mystery, musical, western, suspense, spy thriller, psychological thriller, dark comedy, science fiction, fantasy, supernatural, crime, courtroom drama or suspense and mystery? You know? I like a movie which you don't know who the killer is. You have a femme fatale, a private detective, unsolved murder mystery and bloodthirsty villains. Then you have it. The killer is right in front of you the whole time, like the Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor. That's film noir. But they don't make that kind of movie anymore. Adonis, why is that? They exchange baby kisses. Isabella, I don't know. They just lost their sense of taste. Adonis, that's their problem. In fact, we'll look for the best neo-film noir screenplay. I'll buy it, even it costs $1 billion. You'll play any role you want to. I may or may not direct. But I'll produce it and find you the best director. Isabella, directing is not that hard. You just stand behind the camera and say, action. Cut. That's a wrap. In fact, we'll both star in the film and direct it. We don't really need a director. Maybe a cinematographer here and there. Adonis, we'll get a couple of great cinematographers. The best casts, film noir screenplay. You start in the lead role and a director. I'll assist you. Isabella, no. You're not an assistant director. We're both directors like John's brothers. Adonis's phone rings. Adonis picks it up and listens to the other end. He then hangs it up. Isabella, who was it? Adonis, it's from Telex. They just told me the charge is dropped. Isabella, that means you're back in business. Adonis, I guess so. It's CIA conspiracy. There is nothing wrong with the machine. Isabella, in that case. Let's go to Paris, take a trip around the world before we start filming. I want to see how the machine works. They kiss intimately. On the soundtrack, French music plays. EXT Telex Los Angeles, day. An established shot Telex teleportation center. Adonis and Isabella come driving and park their Mercedes convertible at the parking lot that's specially reserved for Adonis. They get out of the car and walk to the building. Int. Telex Los Angeles, day. People stand in lines, buying tickets, getting in teleportation machines and teleporting like airport service. It's a huge building. It's 23 times bigger than LAX. Adonis and Isabella come to a checkpoint. Adonis shows a Telex worker, security man, his special ticket. The man knows Adonis. He lets them pass with no question asked. Adonis and Isabella get in a teleportation machine, scan their tickets on the machine. The system reads their tickets and activates the port. Adonis and Isabella teleports. Int. Tele-X Paris, VIP port, day. Adonis and Isabella materialize in Paris Tele-X teleportation center. They exit the port, show their passport to Paris officials. They know it's Adonis. They let them pass without a trouble. Adonis and Isabella walk toward the exit. On the soundtrack, French song continues to play. EXT/int. Adonis's new convertible, moving, day. Adonis is behind the wheel. Isabella sits in the passenger seat. They are driving in the street of Paris. They are talking. But we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Int. Louvre, day. Adonis and Isabella visit the Louvre. They look at a couple of interesting paintings and sculptures by various artists. They then come to a beautiful gold statue of Isabella with wings that was donated by Adonis. Isabella can't believe what she is seeing. She is speechless. She asks Adonis few questions. Adonis tells her a story, how it was stolen. He had to buy it from the thieves. But we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Adonis and Isabella talk between soft kisses and kiss intimately next to the statue. EXT Eiffel Tower, night. Adonis and Isabella take a walk in the park, by Eiffel Tower, conversing. They then stand lips to lips. They talk between soft kisses and kiss French. Int. Adonis's house, Paris, bedroom, night. Adonis and Isabella make love. We stay with them with serious cuts. Montage. Note, we hear all kinds of foreign music on the soundtrack. Tele-export Paris, Adonis and Isabella teleport and come to Tele-X Budapest. Budapest, Adonis and Isabella take a walk in the monumental chain bridge above River Danube. Cut to, Adonis and Isabella stroll at Vachi Street. Tele-export Budapest, Adonis and Isabella teleport and come to Tele-X Rome. Rome, Adonis and Isabella sit on a step next to Pantheon and talk between soft kisses. She is sitting between his legs. Mediterranean Sea, Adonis and Isabella stand in the deck of Adonis's multi-million-dollar boat, sailing in the middle of the sea while sipping wine. Isabella is wearing a breathtaking dress. They talk between soft kiss. They then kiss passionately. Tele-export Rome, Adonis and Isabella teleport and come to London. We see London Tele-X written inside the building. London Bridge, Adonis and Isabella take a walk down the bridge. Tele-export London, Adonis and Isabella teleport and come to Milan. Adonis and Isabella visit the Cathedral of Milan. They stand at the chapel and talk between soft kisses. They then kiss intimately. Venice. Adonis and Isabella take a gondola ride at the Grand Canal. Their lips are locked in intimate French kiss. Prague. Adonis and Isabella stand in Charles Bridge and look at the breathtaking view of city of Prague and historical monuments. Amsterdam, night. Adonis and Isabella, holding his arm, walk in street of Amsterdam while conversing. They stand lips to lips and talk between soft kisses. They then kiss passionately. Shanghai. Adonis and Isabella take a walk in Nanjing Road at night, conversing. Isabella must have say something humorous. Adonis cuddle her and kisses her on the lips. They stop walking and stand lips to lips. They talk between soft kisses. They then kiss French. Adonis and Isabella visit a temple in Tokyo. Tokyo Dance Club, night. Adonis and Isabella dance in the middle of hundreds exotic club-goers around the world. Adonis's Tokyo house. Adonis and Isabella make love in round candlelight. Adonis and Isabella take a walk in the old city of Jerusalem. Adonis and Isabella visit the pyramids in Giza, Egypt. Cut to, Adonis and Isabella ride on camels. Adonis and Isabella visit the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. Adonis and Isabella visit Winter Palace in St. Petersburg, Russia. Adonis and Isabella stand lips to lips next to the statue of Christ in Rio, and talk between soft kiss. They then kiss intimately. Rio de Janeiro, Carnival. Adonis and Isabella watch Brazil Carnival. Barcelona Beach, day. Adonis and Isabella swim in the Mediterranean Sea. They get closer and kiss. Barcelona Beach, twilight. Adonis and Isabella kiss lying on the shore as waves crash on their bodies like Burt Lancaster and Deborah Kerr in From Here to Eternity. EXT Restaurant, Barcelona, Terrace, night. It's a romantic 5-star restaurant. We see breathtaking view of the Mediterranean Sea and buildings and houses in the coastline. Adonis and Isabella sit at a table with glasses of red wine. On the stage, a girl named Monica sings in Spanish. Isabella, you said we have infinite copies of us out there. You talked about designing quantum gates that connect multiple universes. It kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, I just don't like the idea of infinite copies of me throughout the cosmos. You know, I'd like to think that I'm unique. Maybe I don't mind 1 or 2 copies of me in the multiverse. I can live with that. It might help me shed some light on things that I don't understand about myself, like personal demons, confusion, addiction, and voices in my head if I ever meet them. Yet, I see things in my point of view. My feelings belong to me. My imaginations are the products of my own cognitive thought processing. Maybe, it doesn't matter. I'll always love you, even if they were infinite copies of you in the solar system. But as selfish as it sounds, I want you to fall head over heels in love with me, thinking there is nothing like me in the infinite cosmos. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, I'm head over heels in love with you, because not only is there nothing like you in the infinite cosmos, but also how you make me feel whenever I look at your eyes and kiss your lips. I can't get enough of you. Isabella, I can live with that. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, besides, the cosmos is infinite. It goes forever each direction. It'll take light billions years to get to the nearest universe. But suppose there are a million of you. When you divided that by infinity, it'll take them infinite years to see each other. You're still unique regardless. There will never be anything like you. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, what about universes that are hidden right in front of us, space-time curvature, quantum cellulates that you were talking about, and quantum gates that you are planning to build? Have you thought about they might diminish the rarity of things in a universe? Suppose 100 Norman Jean, who look exactly like Marilyn Monroe, walk in streets of Los Angeles or stand above subways in New York City and gratings blow their dresses up, do you think it would still be as delicious as the original? They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, it's not going to affect anything as long as you're not staying one place for a long time. You could go to any place in the multiple universes and discover new things. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, that's not the question I asked you. Adonis, I'm lucky to find you. You're as rare as anything can get. They exchange soft kisses. Isabella, it's all right. You don't have to lie to me to make me feel special. It seems you've already figured out everything before they even happen. I just don't know if I'm ready to meet infinite copies of myself. What's the fun in that? Adonis, they're not like you. They might look and sound like you. But they're different. Some of them are cosmologists. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are brain surgeons. Some are ballerinas. Isabella, really? Adonis, there might be a copy of you who plays a professional tennis. Isabella, humorously, if there is a copy of me, who played tennis, you can play double in bed with us. They exchange soft kisses. Adonis, I can't wait. But it's not the image. You have the most beautiful heart ever. Isabella, just shut up and kiss me French. They kiss French. Int. Hotel and resort, Adonis in Isabella's room, night. Adonis and Isabella make love. We stay with them with serious cut. Fade to black. 5 months later. Fade in. ext/int. Adonis's convertible, moving, day. Adonis and Isabella drive in the middle of nowhere, desert. ext building, day. An established shot of a building in the middle of the desert. Adonis and Isabella come driving and stop their car in front of the building. They get out of the car and walk to the building. Adonis applies the code on the door and opens it. Adonis and Isabella enter. Int. Building, quantum gate, day. Adonis and Isabella move down the building and come to a quantum gate. Isabella, what's that? Adonis, it's a quantum gate. I built it secretly. Come on. He takes her hand. Adonis and Isabella walk through the quantum gate. ext Signet, garden, parallel universe, day. We see a breathtaking garden. It has all kinds of flowers. Some of the flowers only exist in Signet. We also see beautiful sculptures, water fountains and ponds. It's nothing like we have ever seen in our lives. Adonis and Isabella appear out of the thin air. Isabella, wow. What's this place? Adonis, Signet. Isabella can't believe what her eyes are seeing. Adonis and Isabella walk down the garden. Isabella, so this is the surprise. Adonis, you like it? Isabella, the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Adonis, that's what I thought. But this is not the surprise. They stand lips to lips. Isabella, what's it? Adonis, you will see it. They kiss intimately in the middle of the breathtaking Signet garden. ext Signet restaurant, night. Millions of sparkling stars. Bright white moon. It's a breathtaking restaurant built next to a scenic lake. Adonis and Isabella sit at a table with glasses of red wines. Isabella, I've never seen these many stars in the skies in my life. There is a silent moment. She then. Isabella, so what's the surprise? Adonis takes 2 red pills out of nowhere like a magician and shows her. Isabella, what's that? Adonis, do you trust me? Isabella, yes. I do. She takes a pill, places it in her mouth and downs it with her wine. Adonis does the same. Isabella begins to see all kinds of hidden universes. She is in absolute ecstasy. Isabella, wow. What's going on? I'm having out-of-body experience. What's it, Adonis? I'm seeing all kinds of things. Adonis, you're accessing 100% of your brain power. Come on. Adonis gives her his hand. She takes his hand and they get up and walk through the thin air. ext Telida, day. Adonis and Isabella come to Telida in a parallel universe. It looks like Vienna. Adonis and Isabella walk down the street. We see water fountains, sculptures of saints and angels, beautiful buildings. Isabella is speechless. Isabella, what's this place? Adonis, it's Telida. You can spend 1 hour in this planet. When you go back to the universe we came from, 1,000 years have already passed. It's the future. Isabella, that means if we go back to Earth now, everybody that we know are dead? Adonis, death is mystery. Only the flesh dies. The soul lives forever. Isabella, I'm talking about physical death. Adonis, in 1,000 years, new generation will replace the old generation. Life wants it that way for some reason, even though the past, the present, the future happens at same time. Isabella, that's not cool. What about our friends and family? Adonis, they'll be all right. They've lived their lives to the fullest. Isabella, I don't want to go back and find everything that I love is gone. Adonis, you won't. We'll fix it. Adonis and Isabella walk through the thin air and disappear. EXT Spul, Parallel Universe, Day. Spul is a city that exists in a parallel universe. It looks like Bruges. Adonis and Isabella come out of the thin air. Isabella, what's this place? Adonis, it's Spul. Here it's the opposite. If you spend 1000 years, it's only 1 hour past in Earth. Isabella, that means if we go back to Earth. Everybody that we know 1 hour older, but we're 1000 years old. Adonis, something like that. Isabella, humorously, let's get out of this place. I don't want to look older than my friends. Adonis and Isabella walk through the thin air and come to Sphia. EXT Sphia, Parallel Universe, Day. Sphia is a city in a parallel universe. It looks like New York City. Isabella, what's this place? Adonis, Sphia. Isabella, what's special about it? Adonis, here you can manipulate time. You can stop it. Everything stops. Cars stop moving. People freeze. Time halts as we know it. Isabella, did you just do that? Adonis, it's in your mind. You can forward time. Everything moves in fast forward. Isabella, this is crazy. Adonis, you can rewind it. Everything moves in backward. Isabella, you're not God, are you? Adonis, no. I'm not. But let's leave it normal. Everything returns to normal. Isabella, how did you do it? Adonis, you see. Everything in the universe is made of atom. How the molecules are structured gives shape to you, me, and all living things and non-living things. Picks up a rock, which means this stone and a diamond are made of the same particles. If somehow you strip the atoms and rearrange the molecule, you can turn the stone into diamond. Adonis strips the molecule, rearrange the molecule, turns the stone into diamond and gives her the diamond. Isabella, that's amazing. Adonis, you take a simple concept like that and code the atoms. But that's nothing. Atoms are composed of particles. According to quantum mechanics, particles can be multiple places at the same times. They can go through solid wall. They can appear through thin air and disappear. They can travel to the future, go back to the past, and manifest in the present all at the same time. They can also access extra dimensions. So I wrote a program that recode particles and made pills. Isabella, that's unbelievable. Adonis and Isabella walk through the thin air. EXT Vieta, Parallel Universe, Night. Vieta is one of the most beautiful cities in the multiverse. It's built next to / around / on the ocean. There are buildings and skyscrapers that are built on the water. Adonis and Isabella appear at the beach and walk down the shore. Isabella, what's this place? Adonis, Vieta. Isabella, does it have any secret? They stop walking. Adonis, it's one of the most beautiful places in the multiverse. You can be multiple places at the same time. Adonis one comes out of thin air and approaches them. He turns into water and drops on the sand just as he gets near them. Isabella can't believe what she is seeing. On the soundtrack, music plays. Adonis too comes out of the thin air. He gives her his hand. She takes his hand. They dance tango. He turns into pure fire and disappear. Adonis 3 comes out of thin air, kisses Isabella on the lips, and turns into roses petals. The petals float in the air and fall on the ground. Adonis 4 comes out of the thin air. He has wings like the angels in heaven. He carries Isabella, lifts her in the air, gives her a soft kiss and brings her down. He then turns into white birds, pigeons. They fly away. Adonis 5 comes out of the thin air. He produces a diamond ring out of a thin air, goes down with his knee, and asks her to marry him. She says yes. He places the ring on her middle finger, turns into butterflies, and they float away. Finally, Adonis pierces his skin with his hand, removes his heart from his chest, turns his heart into light and creates a mini-universe that have holographic stars and galaxies. He takes Isabella's hand. They walk through the mini-universe. He then pulls a rose out of a thin air and gives her the flower. Adonis and Isabella stand lips to lips in the middle of the min-universe. She puts her arms around Adonis. They kiss intimately. Isabella drops the rose. The mini-universe turns into snowflakes and vanishes. Adonis and Isabella's bodies light. They then disappear. EXT Space, Night. Adonis and Isabella appear in the space naked kissing. Then every cell in their bodies turn into sparkling molecules. Then into sparkling atoms. Each atom turns into sparkling subatomic particles, into strings and scatter into all direction. Some of them travel faster than the speed of light, some travel through the natural wormholes. Some teleport through the thin air, and become part of the infinity. Some transform into pure phenomena. Then Adonis and Isabella materialize in the space, making love in the air. We also see stars, galaxies, universes, multiverse, the vast emptiness of space as their bodies scatters into infinity with each orgasm. Adonis and Isabella are experiencing the ultimate sexual climax. They transcend to infinity and beyond. The end.